You can burn any solid fuel in your Flam appliance. Dry wood with a maximum humidity between 8 and 15%. Wet wood wastes energy and stains the glass. Wood briquettes and all derivatives. Brown coal briquettes. Coal, semi-fat coals, cokes, industrial anthracite 2030 and even industrial anthracite 612. Corn and other plants such as rice and bamboo. Kindling and stoking. First, make sure you have good accessory fire irons. Always use the poker supplied with the appliance. Adjust the turbo grate by sliding the broad side of the poker over the handle of the grate. The narrow side is used to open the door and to take the ashtray out of the stove. Adjusting the flue valve. The flue valve must be open at all times. If the opening of the valve is not wide enough, the glass becomes dirty and combustion is not complete, resulting in too little heat. It also makes continuous heating very hard. Always open all valves and grates for the supply of fresh air. The brake shoes on the top left and right-hand sides of the cast iron plate, in which the flue valve rotates, ought to be set once by your Flam dealer. Always use the super turbo grate when using coal to protect the cast iron turbo grate and to allow continuous heating. The super turbo grate can also be used when burning wood or other fuels. Adjusting the turbo fire grates. Take the poker and move the lever to the far right. Then put the lever into the middle until you feel some resistance. Put some kindling blocks or some paper at the back of the turbo combustion grate. Light a fire. Don't use a liquid or gas product to kindle a fire. Put the kindling lengthwise, approximately 20 centimeters, across the turbo fire grate against the back of the equipment. Make sure the wood is on the grate and that all openings are closed. Close the door. Let the stove burn on for a couple of minutes. Then add some 2 or 3 blocks of wood or 3 shovels of coal in pyramid shape and let the stove burn another 15 minutes. If the appliance is well heated, you can add more fuel. When the block holder turns grey, there's sufficient heat. Keep drawing the fuel in the burner with the Flam shovel and stack the additional fuel against the back wall. Always add coal, corn and other plants in a pyramid shape and stack against the back of the stove. Depending on the chimney draft and the type of fuel used, the fire can be adjusted as needed after about 20 to 30 minutes. For big fires, turn the turbo fire grate first to the far right and then to the middle. For small fires, turn the turbo fire grate first to the far right and then a little to the left. For medium fires, turn the turbo fire grate between these two positions. Always turn the turbo fire grate to the right first and then to the position desired. Removing ash. Move the turbo fire grate from the far left to the far right using the poker. Repeat several times a day to remove ash and cinders. Continuous heating. To be able to heat continuously, it's very important that ash and cinders are removed on time. When using dry wood or high-quality coal, ashes are reduced to an absolute minimum. It's advisable to collect the ash and remains of the fuel used above the turbo fire grate once a day, preferably in the evening before refilling, and to shake firmly. Now put the turbo fire grate in the big fire position and then let everything burn thoroughly. Once there's sufficient incandescence, pull the fuel forward. Add coal, corn or other plants in a pyramid shape against the back without smothering the fire. Once there's enough fire, the hearth can be filled and the turbo fire grates are put in the small fire position. If you want to heat longer with wood, it's advisable to use thick logs and hard wood types, which you stack well against the back of the appliance. Finally, some useful tips. Always clean the turbo fire grate before making a fire. Make sure the spoiler opening is sufficiently clean. The spoiler opening is the air slot between the glass and the bottom of the door frame. Never heat with a full ashtray. Never abruptly switch from big to small fire during the burning process. If your appliance is equipped with a fan system, it's advisable to switch the speed control to automatic mode.